He was asking the question, why me? Many of us ask that question when things happen to us, why me? But we have to understand, like Paul said, all things work together for good to them who are the called and according to his purposes. My brothers and sisters, so he said when he went to his place called Patmos, his island of Patmos, he went and he turned his face to the wall and he went in prayer. And I think we need to understand that there's something about when we go in prayer and we're sincere and we're honest with God. Something about when we cry those tears. The Lord can see our tears and he can hear our prayers. Some people don't believe that prayer makes a difference. But my brothers and sisters, there's some of us who are in this church today would not be here if it had not been for somebody's prayers. Mama's prayers, daddy's prayers, that auntie's prayers. Some of us would be in jail. Some of us would be dead. And some of us would be lost somewhere else if it had not been for somebody praying for us. My brothers and sisters, when he went to this place called the island of Patmos, it made me think about that many of us have to go in prayer often for a number of reasons. There are a number of conditions. Is that right? Sometimes it might be that the wife that we had starts acting crazy, and that'll make us go down in prayer. Then it might be your husband might be acting crazy, and sure enough, you got to put him on the altar. It might be those children get to acting crazy. We love them, but every now and then they do some crazy things. We got to pray for them. It might be that job that we have. You got some folk on the job that just don't like you because they don't like you. It might be because you've lost a father that has gone on and you don't understand, but you got to go down in prayer. It might be because you lost a mother, but you still have to pray. It might be because maybe your health isn't what it should be. You know things that somebody else doesn't know, but you got to go down in prayer. I wish I had a witness here. Many of us have had to go down in prayer and had to steal away and go to that place of prayer. Hezekiah went down in prayer. He didn't curse God, but something he saw hope and faithfulness, and he held on to his hope and held on to faith. I wish I had a witness. No matter what happens in life, children, we've got to hold on to our faith. No matter where we find ourselves in life, we must hold on to our faith. I used to hear an old mother say, I'm just holding on. And then another mother would say, well, I'm holding on because I want to see what the end is going to be. I wish I had a witness here. I come to tell you today that your condition is not your conclusion. Some of us feel that perhaps if we get a little illness or a little sickness that maybe that's going to be the end. But I come to tell you that no matter what your condition is, if it's crack cocaine, it's just your condition. It ain't your conclusion. If it's drugs, it's just your condition. It ain't your conclusion. If it's alcohol, it's just your condition. It ain't your conclusion. If it's smoking, it's just your condition. It ain't your conclusion. If it's sex, it's just your condition. It ain't your conclusion. If it's lust, it's just your condition. It ain't your conclusion. If it's abuse, you've been abused, it's just your condition, but it ain't your conclusion. If it's unemployment, it's temporary, it's your condition, but it ain't your conclusion. If it is going down to Biloxi and spinning a wheel, it's your condition, but it ain't your conclusion. If it's playing the Florida lottery, can't even give a text in the church no more. Folk want to play the numbers. That's your condition, but it ain't your conclusion. I wish I had a witness here. I come to tell you it's just your condition. It ain't your conclusion. Can I get a witness here? Well, I know what you're saying. Preacher, you don't understand. I got a bad habit. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know how I feel. But I come to tell you, I know what you're going through. I've been there and I've done that too. Can I get a witness? It was just a condition, but it wasn't my conclusion. You don't hear me? Help me close now. I came to tell you that there's some good news. In spite of all the news that you heard, you've been hearing bad news on the TV, on the radio, in your home, on your job. But I got some good news to tell you. Your condition is not your conclusion. The book says that when Hezekiah started praying, Isaiah couldn't even get away. Before he could get to the middle court, the Lord spoke to him and said, look here, Isaiah, I want you to go back and tell Hezekiah another message. Can I get a witness? Sometime when you pray and talk to God right, before you get up off of your knees, he'll answer your prayer because he's a swift God. Can I get a witness? Anybody know that God is swift? Sometimes you can't get to the church to pray. Sometimes you can't get to your closet. Sometimes you're driving down the highway. All you can do is just whisper a little word of prayer. And my God is so swift, he can answer your prayer. I wish I had a witness here. You don't hear me? Well, when we hear what Isaiah told Hezekiah, he said, the word of the Lord came to me, told me to come back and tell you that I've heard your prayers and I've seen your tears. And on the third day, I want you to go up to the temple and I'm going to add 15 more years to your life. Well, my brothers and sisters, there's something about the number 3. One for the Father, one for the Son, and one for the Holy Ghost. I come to tell you, your condition is not your conclusion. Can I get a witness here? I don't care what you're going through. I don't care where you've been. I don't care what you have. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how tall you are. I don't care how skinny you are. Don't care how big you are. Your condition is not your conclusion. Turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor, grab him by the hand, look at him in the eyes, and tell your neighbor, your condition is not your conclusion. Can I get a witness here? Can I get a witness here? Do you believe it? Do you believe it? Have you ever tried God? Ain't he all right? Won't he open doors that have been closed in your face? Won't he close doors that no man can open? If you don't mind, one more time. Turn to your neighbor. Grab him by the hand. Don't be afraid. Look at him in the eye. Tell your neighbor, it ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over until God says it's over. Is that all right? Ain't God all right? He's all right. He's all right. In the midnight hour, he's all right. Anytime you call him, he'll be right there. He's all right. I wish I had a witness here. Getting ready to go to my seat. I feel like I need to sit down, but I think I'm going to have to call on a few more witnesses. Can I get a witness here? Look here, Moses. Can I get a witness? You murdered a man. That was your condition, but it wasn't your conclusion. You went down to Egypt land. told old Pharaoh, let my people go. You led the children of Israel through the Red Sea. Can I get a witness here? If I had another witness, I'd call on Naaman. Naaman was sick. Naaman was a leper. But Naaman had a condition. He went down to the river of Jordan. He went down one time, nothing happened. Went down 2 times, nothing happened. Went down 4 times, nothing happened. But on the 7th time, when Naaman came up out of the Jordan River, he was made whole. That was his conclusion. God gave him a healing. Can I get a witness? I'm going to my seat now. Lazarus, Lazarus, oh Lazarus, heard you were dead. Lazarus, I heard you were wrapped up in grave clothes. Lazarus, I heard you had a big stone on your grave. But that was his condition. But when Jesus called his name, old man Lazarus start hopping out of a grave. Old man Lazarus got up out of the grave. I wish I had a witness. He became a resurrected man. Do you know any resurrected men? They walk a little different. They are different men. They're changed. They used to be one thing, but now there's something else. Can I get a witness? His condition was he was dead, but when Jesus called him from the grave, he started walking. He was a brand new man. I'm trying to close. I just want to tell you, I'm so glad that my condition, your condition, is not our conclusion. God isn't through with us yet. He's got something else for us. He's not through with us yet. He's got something else for us. Do you believe it? Why don't you say yeah? Say yeah. Yeah. Your condition is not your conclusion. It ain't over. It ain't over. You got a few more songs you got to sing. You got a few more sermons you got to preach. You got a few more times of bowing down. You got more work to do. You got a few more hills to climb. Can I get a witness? You got a few more things to do. You got to keep on working. It ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over. So God says it's over. Can I get a witness here? Ain't God all right? Ain't God all right? Did he wake you up this morning? Did he start you on your way? Won't he make a way? Won't he make a way? Won't he make a way? Won't he put a smile on your face? Won't he? Won't he be a friend? Won't he be a mother? Won't he be a father? He's all